Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. In today's video, I want to show you guys one specific setting that you guys need to change, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what you should change that setting to, and also give you guys my recommendations for that specific setting. And by changing this one specific setting that I want to show you guys, this is going to help you guys be a lot faster, and also help you guys improve at the game a lot quicker. So definitely stay to the end of the video, because I have a lot of very good tips in this video to help you guys out. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. On this channel, I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks to enter this giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to show you guys one specific setting that you guys should change that is going to help you guys be a lot faster and also help you guys improve at this game. And that one specific setting that you guys should change is going to be your building sensitivity. Now, previously, I always recommended playing on a little bit lower building sensitivity, and the reason being is when you play on a little bit lower building sensitivity, you tend to be more accurate and more consistent with your builds, meaning that when you go to build, you're not wasting a bunch of materials, which actually can help you build faster. But there is one problem with playing with low building sensitivity that made me change it and maybe wanted to go to a higher building sensitivity, and that was going to be the fact that I really didn't take into consideration getting third-party, and I've been getting third-party so many times in my solo games that I just had to raise my building sensitivity, because even with a lower building sensitivity, if you're fighting one-on-one, this could be very, very good because you're a lot more consistent and a lot more precise with all your builds. But the one downfall that I saw is when you're getting third party in pubs or arena, you tend to just get spammed from every direction, and if you don't have a high enough building sensitivity, you can be taking unnecessary damage just because you're not able to turn around. Obviously not the lowest building sensitivity, but if you're playing a little bit lower building sensitivity as compared to others, then you could still be taking unnecessary damage, and especially if you're playing against good players, that could be the difference between you winning the gunfight and you losing the gunfight. So I recommend turning up your building sensitivity. Now I want to show you guys specifically what building sensitivity I'm talking about. And so these are my current settings for here. I have 48% for look and horizontal sensitivity, and then I have a 2.1 build mode and a 2.3 editing. Now obviously I want to be talking about different sensitivities to try out for high building sense, because when it comes to your building sensitivity, it is a multiplier compared to your look and horizontal sensitivity. So 2.1, that's a multiplier of the 48% that I have. So when you play on a different sensitivity, obviously your build mode sensitivity is going to be different. And like I said previously, I recommended playing on a little bit lower, like a 1.9, because you tend to be a lot more consistent with your builds, and you tend to not overbuild, and you tend to not place unnecessarily builds and waste your materials. So I did recommend playing on a little bit lower sensitivity for building, but like I said, it did not really take into consideration getting third partied, and also when it came to box fighting, being able to get off those walls and edit out very quickly. So that's why I end up raising my sensitivity to a higher building sensitivity, and that's why that's why I kind of recommend playing on a little bit higher now. So I raised mine to a 2.1. I used to play on a 1.8. I raised mine now to a 2.1. I do feel like this is very, very good because I'm able to tunnel very quickly in and out of my builds. And also it can improve your editing speed, because if you have a higher building sensitivity, the faster you finish off your build, the quicker you are able to get off that edit. So you can actually be able to edit quicker just by having a higher building sensitivity, because when you have a higher building sensitivity, you finish off the build quicker, meaning that you can go for the edit even faster. Now, when it comes to your different sensitivity, my recommendation, so if you play on like a 45, I would say in between like a 40 and 45%, I would recommend for your building sensitivity to be maybe like a 2.3, or I would say anywhere from like a 2.2 to a 2.3. I think that is going to be a good range for your building sensitivity on these settings. Now, as I mentioned, your build sensitivity multiplier is a multiplier based on your X and Y. So if you play on, say, a lower X and Y sensitivity, then you want to play on a higher building sense as compared to maybe a 60 or 70%, because on those settings you probably want to be on something like a 1.6 or 1.7, which I'll go into in just a moment. So as I said, from 40 to 45, I recommend maybe like a 2.2, 2.3, and from 45 to 50, I recommend a 2.1. But if you're on a 50 to maybe a 55, I would recommend maybe a 2. 2.1 could be a little bit high. I would say anything, if you're playing on a 50 to 55, I recommend like a 1.9 to maybe a 2.1. I think a 2 sensitivity build is, I think, is very, very good and high enough, because obviously when you choose your building sensitivity, you don't want to put it too high to the point where it's very hard to control, because you want to be very consistent. And say, for instance, you're not able to control high sensitivities for building, I would recommend you guys, even if it costs you maybe a little bit more HP, because you're not able to defend yourself as much from third parties, but I would recommend, if you're not able to control it, I think it's better to play on a lower building sensitivity and control it than to play on a higher building sensitivity and not be able to control it. So obviously I do recommend higher building sensitivity, but if you're not able to control it, then I would recommend lowering your sensitivity to give you guys a little bit more control. Now, if you play on like a 60, so going into a little bit of the higher sensitivities, I would recommend maybe like a 1 point, anything between like a 1.6 and a 1.8, I think would be pretty good. Anything in those settings would be probably pretty good on the higher end. So if you're on a 60 to 65, I would recommend something like maybe a 1.6. And obviously you want to lower your editing sensitivity along with it, because you don't want to keep like a 2.3 editing sensitivity on like a 60% X and Y or 65%. That's going to be absolutely crazy. And so you want to drop, and I always recommend for your editing sensitivity to be at the same or maybe just above your building. I just find that to be the most comfortable, and I see what most pros are using. And for a 70% X and Y sensitivity, I recommend maybe like a 1.4 range. But for me, like I said at the beginning of the video, as you guys saw my sensitivity, I do like a 48%. This is maybe just on the low end of sensitivity, but I feel like I have a lot more control, and especially based on the aim assist nerf that was in the game, I do feel like I have a substantial more control playing on a 48%. I think previously I was on a 50%, so I moved it down to a 48%, but I did raise my building and editing just because I felt like, as I mentioned, the third parties were absolutely crazy. I feel like I was getting spammed out from so many directions, I just couldn't defend myself. So that's why I ended up deciding to raise my sensitivity, as previously I recommended a lower sensitivity because you were more consistent, you're able to get off your builds a lot easier. But if you're not able to control high sensitivity, I always recommend just lowering your sensitivity, because you always want to favor control. But if you're able to control high building sensitivities, I do recommend playing on those settings. Now, if you're looking to improve your building and you don't know what to start, obviously there's quite a few things you can do. I would say probably the best thing, the first thing you should do if you're changing your sensitivity is just try to get that baseline down. And what I mean by that is, if you're good at, say, 90s, then once you raise your sensitivity, I would practice just doing 90s until you're very good on that sensitivity, because whenever you change your settings, it's going to feel a little bit awkward at first, but once you get used to it, it's not going to be the biggest deal, and you're going to be able to do everything the same. So I would work on just the builds you already have, and then from there, if you're looking to improve your builds, what I would do is I would learn new high ground retakes, learn things a little bit more challenging. And if you want some new high ground retakes, I have a ton of videos on my channel on different high ground retakes. I have everything from easy retakes to a lot more challenging. And I think those challenging, if I have anything like advanced retakes, those are definitely the more challenging ones. And if you guys want to see some of those videos, it's super easy to find. Just type in the search bar Young Humor High Ground Retake or High Ground Advanced Retakes, and you guys can see some of my videos. And I always try to put new high ground retakes in each video, so every video that you see is going to be different retakes that you guys can practice. And as I mentioned, some of these might be a little bit more advanced than others, and some of them might be a little bit easier. So it really just depends on your skill level. Just find some retakes that you want to try out, and it doesn't hurt to try things that are a little bit more complicated, because if you're able to really get down the more complicated high ground retakes, it's going to make building in this game very easy. So that's what I would recommend for improving your building. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found this video very helpful, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do turn on my post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do come by my live streams if you guys haven't. Like I said, I live stream solos every single day at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do come by. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.